What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Hype Fan Eagle. That is Hype Fan Jers, man, representing Philadelphia by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Listen, you now tuned into the Unsportsmanlike talk show with Rail and Trail. I got the whole intro mixed up, but yeah, man. Listen, man. This is the Unsportsmanlike talk show, man. We got a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? Please make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, so you will be notified when we go on live. Also, man, we got a new sponsor, man, Bet US, man. You know what I mean? Bet US. But we're gonna introduce that later on down the line, man. Right now, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. We're gonna start off with the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, during this week they had media day, you know, a whole bunch of distractions for both teams and everything like that. For me, I really don't see the point of it. I see the bigger picture, and I see, what the media has to do and everything like that. You know, they got to get their interviews off and stuff like that. But for me, I really don't see the big point of it. It's a lot of distractions out there. You know what I mean? A lot of, I won't call them dumb questions, but just a lot of like crazy questions,
Yeah.
stuff like that, that don't have nothing to do with football and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, man. How I feel about it, man. I feel like just let the teams prepare. Let the teams prepare and get right. I know the media outlets, they got to do their things. Like ESPN and so on and so forth. And I know they doing the whole media thing for the kids and Nickelodeon and all of that stuff. But man, just let the players prepare, man. You know what I mean? Just let them prepare. I remember a little while ago, I saw a video with Alshon Jeffrey when he was sitting down. For those who don't know who Alshon Jeffrey is, he was a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they was pretty much interviewing him and stuff like that, and they was asking him questions. And he was pretty much upset, like, "Yo, man, I just want to get prepared to play football, pretty much and stuff." But how you feel about this whole media thing?
Nah, I honestly agree with you saying. I would say that for a little stint, I don't mind it. To the point as I get it that you're trying to make a. I feel like in another sense. First, do you hear echo? Or you good?
No.
You good. I just want to make sure. Yeah, like to extend on another thing, I get it to a point that you want to make a build up into the Super Bowl because, like, already I hear a lot of people, like fans and just other people that just talking about as much as they not gonna really be into this football, watching the Super Bowl. They because of it's another rematch. Some team, a lot of, a lot of fans and people they don't like the Chiefs as to a extent to see them in another Super Bowl. So they was not rooting for the Chiefs to be in another Super Bowl. And then a lot of people wasn't rooting for us because they didn't want us to be another rematch with the Chiefs to see what us like, So I saw a lot of that went on and through the playoffs from the divisional round into the NFC championship and the AFC championship. Like I heard a lot of talk of that. And now um they wasn't looking for this type of matchup. A lot of people wasn't looking for this type of like they wanted. I guess they wanted something different, especially with the Chiefs side. And now they got. We are here. We back with this rematch. A lot of people didn't ask for, didn't want. So you see a lot of those comments that's coming to this Super Bowl that a lot of players, a lot of fans, and everything, felt like they don't want to watch it. They not whatever. Some of them that they could just be saying that just to hate or just to feel how they want to feel. Some is probably really genuinely is not gonna want to watch it. But so to me, I don't mind this a little bit, but get a build up to get a lot of people to watch and be into the Super Bowl. But I do think they doing it just a little bit too much because it is like you could do it to an extent, but at the same time, let this guy prepared. Like, and one thing you said that I honestly agree is with the questions because I was looking at the interviews, the regular interviews and the interviews they was asking at the media when they had the Chiefs and the Eagles all together. And I'm like, they asking us these same questions that they ask constantly, like since the
Mhm.
playoffs, since whatever, like, and it just like, especially in the conference press, and they was interviewing Nick Sirianni, I saw with Jalen Hurts, and then they interview some other guys and everything. They were just asking them these, oh, how you feel about the Super Bowl? Would you, what made you motivate you to get here and all this other stuff? And it's like, yo, and it just sounds like a repetitive questions, just questions that, yo, like, if you're gonna interview, ask questions that matter. Like, what type of game plan, do you got a game plan? What is the are you confident in the offense of what the game plan, that passing it? Is y'all preparing? No, is y'all in practice? Is y'all coming? You know, those are the type of things that I want to, if you had to interview them this much, that I want to hear. Not, oh, okay, what's what the same old, oh, how you feel about it, oh, how you whatever. I get it, you want the emotional part to be about the game, but if you can ask that, but then move away from it. I just said, like, ain't no need to be asking motivational questions constantly, and it's just taking up their time. Like, let their motivation speak. Like, let them prepare, like you said, like, game plan through the week, and keep their head focused on the game. So, like, how I feel about it, I kind of understand it to a small extent, but most parts, I do feel like it is a distraction.
Yeah, man, they was pretty much asking some wild questions. They was asking about this guy walked up to Jalen Hurts and asked him um you know let me see your pearly whites, talking about his teeth. And then
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
said a guy actually said, hey, Jalen Hurts, my wife think that you are the handsomest quarterback in the league. How can I get handsome? What I got to do? And
yeah. I
every
remember that.
and he was like,
Somebody asked him a sexual question too.
yeah,
Oh,
I
about
didn't,
him in bed and something like that. It was like, I
yeah,
was, yeah,
I didn't see that. And he had
yeah,
it's a DNA thing. You know what I mean? And it was a lot, man. They had Jameis Winston, pretty much talking to the players, and throwing cookies at them and stuff like that. I wasn't too fond about that. I understand it, but he was
yeah, yeah,
the W cookies and stuff at him, and I didn't like that. Another thing that was pretty awkward is I don't know if people paid attention to it, but when they had the certain football players on the podium together, they had like a Jalen Hurts and a Patrick Mahomes side by
yeah.
side.
I saw that. I saw that.
They had they had Chris Jones and Darius Slay side by side, and they had Travis Kelsey and Saquon Barkley side by side. And you could tell,
Hmm.
you could just look at it, and Jalen Hurts was looking like, yo, get this guy in my face, yo, because I'm ready to like do some work on him. And then Patrick Mahomes you could tell by his demeanor, like, yo, get dude out my face, man. Like, I'm ready to go to work. Um,
Yeah,
you had Chris Jones, pretty much all up in Darius Slay ear, loud as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then I know the moment was pretty awkward for and probably intense too, and probably nerves and stuff like that, with Saquon Barkley standing right there next by Travis Kelsey. So just go look at it, man. It was a lot going on. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It was a
yeah,
lot. It was definitely a lot going on. A lot of interviews. A lot of taking pictures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw the video when Jalen Hurts was walking through the hallway, and there was a TV with a video playing in the background as he was walking, and the video was him fumbling in the last Super Bowl in 2022. 2022, and he looked up, and as he was walking, he saw the video, and he was like as like a reminder, like, okay, y'all want to play? I don't know if you saw that.
yeah. Nah. Yeah, I didn't even see that video posted, but that's crazy though that they would have that right there. But yeah, man, that's why you got to get these chance to get these guys, let them stay focused. Like, you you put videos like that, and then all this media stuff is like. But I honestly believe that none of this is really mainly when it comes to Jalen Hurts. I really think that he's still locked in. Like, I really feel like he's still locked in. And it's just a thing of something that they do that they just feel like, okay, I gotta be here, but they in the back of their head, they still thinking about football. And like, but that's crazy though. Like they will play that video while he's like in like what why like
Yeah,
is I don't know. That's wild.
I think both teams is locked in. I think Philly locked in. I think Kansas City locked in.
Yeah,
Kansas City, they got something to play for. They trying
yeah,
to beat Philadelphia Eagles. We trying to we trying to become the three-peat killers. So it's definitely going to be a hard fought game.
yeah, yeah,
Real quick, man, if y'all viewing this now or later, make sure you go on patreon.com, become a member to the Patreon page, type in Dolo Solo 103 TV and just press become a member. And you can become a member to the Patreon page. That is very important, become a member to the Patreon page. Also, man, Sheen.com, man. Go on Sheen.com right now. Actually, it's a lot going on with the Sheen and the Temu stuff, man. Trump actually, he had stopped the overseas the international packages. He stopped the international packages from coming over,
yeah,
and I guess
yeah,
he moved it. So it's a lot going on. Who knows what's going on? But listen, man, go to Sheen.com right now. Use promo code GFRB9 for the picks of the month. I definitely got to update that, but it's still some good picks of the month. Go to Sheen.com and check out the promo code GFRB9, man. Everything will be in a link in the description. Also, BetUS will be in the link in the description also, man. But like I said, man, that is for further notice right now. Just letting y'all know we have joined BetUS. BetUS. It's a lot to talk about, man. Ocho Cinco and James. Listen, we're going to get back to the Super Bowl, but Ocho Cinco and James Harrison pretty much had a face-off with Shannon Sharp, and it was somebody else that pretty much strolled by and sat in the other seat. But things got heated between Ocho Cinco and James Harrison, man. Ocho was wilding. I never saw him like this. You can tell Shannon Sharp was in an uncomfortable position. He was trying to play it off with laughs and stuff like that. Ocho Cinco was cursing and everything. Shannon Sharp was like, listen, y'all know, we got to get sponsors and stuff like that, but they were supposed to have a fight. I don't know when it is. It's an unofficial face off, but they're supposed to be fighting Ocho Cinco and James Harrison. For those who don't know who James Harrison is, he's an ex-Steeler, big old dude, big old buff swole dude. You know what I mean? Ocho Cinco, skinny. You know what I mean? He probably got mad in his strength. But Ocho Cinco had a couple of fights. You know what I mean? He definitely had a couple of boxing matches. And one of those he actually got put to the ground. You know what I mean? Got put to the ground. But he's a warrior though. He's a warrior though. And they was pretty much going back and forth. Ocho was like, he was pretty much hot. You know what I mean? He was hot. Everybody picking on his size. Everybody picking on the fact that he's, little, not in height, but, in stature and everything like that.
yeah,
He's little. So he pretty much was going off, cursing and everything. I didn't like to see that side of Ocho. I wish he would have stayed more composed. James Harrison, he stayed composed throughout the whole thing, just laughing like a big old swole mountain. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, man, that was a good listen. You know what I mean? That was definitely a good listen, a good watch. You know what I mean? Go check it out on YouTube of the unofficial face-off between James Harrison and Ocho Cinco Johnson. I think everybody's pretty much down there in New Orleans for like Super Bowl week and stuff like that.
yeah,
Some other breaking news, man. Myles Garrett has requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns, man. And a lot of people speculate him going to the Eagles. It is unsure. You know what I mean? But if he do come to Philly, like who you think we're going to give up on the defense side? You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I was hearing a lot of those speculation, and I was hearing some people was hoping, some people was saying that nah, they doubted because of the salary cap and everything of like help them paying guys, and if they do, is like who is more viable to give up for him, like what would it be to trade because on that line, I mean, you got Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Brandon Graham. Most likely, this is last year. That's what it's seeming like. Um, Josh Sweat. You got some other guys like Williams that's coming in. With edge rusher, I guess. Nolan Smith. Like only guys that will be even trade to give up for him is excuse me, is a guy that had been a phenomenal season with us, and that's Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. It's like and to me, we already the way what they have done this season and the progression that they have showed. I wouldn't want to give them up because of we know what Miles Garrett is.
Nah,
We,
yeah, nah, we're not giving them up. They Jalen Carter is only in the second year. If anything,
yeah,
I feel like we're
yeah,
moving off of Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat is on his final year, his contract this year. So we'll move
yeah.
on to Josh Sweat and probably give probably a player or two and give up a pick, depending on
That's what I was about to say. That's
I
what.
don't honestly I I think we're good. If
Yeah,
this is BG last year. This is uh we might move on from Darius Slay. Darius Slay was definitely talking about it or whatever like that. But if
yeah,
you do back, he said that 2025 would be his final year playing in the NFL because I watched all the interviews, man. I watched Darius Slay interview Saquon Barkley. I watch all three Jalen Hurts interviews. I watch
yeah.
Nick Sirianni interview. I watch Vic Fangio interview. I went back to a couple old interviews and stuff like that. So
It was
uh,
it was hard to try to watch Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio interview because it was loud as it was loud in their backyard because they was like in a like a I don't know, they was in a table like in a like type of room or something. There was a lot of people, so I couldn't really necessarily hear the questions that much. But he was saying some good stuff, both of them though.
yeah. So yeah, if anything, like I said, and this is all hypothetical, this is all speculation, but if anything, we'll probably just give up a pick and Josh Sweat. We'll probably do like a swap like that, you know what I mean? Because I would take Miles Garrett over Josh Sweat any day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Josh Sweat is still one of them ones, but he's not, Miles Garrett is a lottery ticket. So I would take him over
Hmm.
any day. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's that, man. You know what I mean? He actually requested a trade. And it's nothing in Cleveland, to be honest. You know what I mean? It's really nothing in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, got his case. You know what I mean? He's injured and stuff like that. Who knows when he's coming back? They are without a quarterback. Jameis Winston is a free agent. And it's a lot to be desired over there. It's a lot to be
Yeah.
desired.
He would, yeah, I think he would do well if like you said, because that's what I was gonna say was Josh Sweat trading him and then getting a pick, like giving up a pick or something, and getting him if he actually comes to the Eagles, Miles Garrett, like that like already having Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, Jalen Carter getting double teamed and like having Nolan Smith in him, like picking up off the double team, like is it's gonna be a mayhem. And then what if they end up double teaming Miles Garrett? Like you still got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter that's just gonna get in there. Like I feel like if Hobley can make a move, because if you're gonna give up, if you're gonna go away, if you're gonna go away from Darius Slate, that's more money cap that you could play with now. You can move some boys up that you already got on that defense. That's some young guys that's making a name. You still got some guys that still need those type of reps for experience. That I believe that Vic Fangio will put them in the right place. You know, so you still got some guys. Isaiah Rogers, like I like him and I don't. I just feel like he just need more reps to get those type of experience. No, because he'll come in and he'll do his thing, but then he'll come in, it'd be like, oh, he'll have one of those games that he like, then he's getting burnt and he whatever. And I just think it's just a thing of consistency level of him of actually being in that field and recognizing a lot of defensive experience and IQ and everything he needs to recognize. And I'm confident that Vic Fangio could develop him to get those type of experience, like so you would have these young guys coming and getting experience and do well, and Darius Slay is that guy, but it's not to me. It's not really a big loss if we go away from him because a lot of stuff that's he's a kind of a little bit of shell of himself a little bit. He come in the clutch a lot of times, but it's all also a lot of times that he be the reason why we give up big drives and stuff like that. So
think so. Not this year. Not this year. Darius
now
Slay.
it was a couple of times he got burnt on
Yeah,
this
but
season.
that's playing cornerback though. Like that is going to happen. What I'm saying is, I feel like those times he got burnt versus the times that he put the seatbelt down. It's way more times he put the seatbelt down than he got burnt, and that's being a cornerback because you got to remember, you got to think about it like this: playing the cornerback position, you already at a disadvantage because you don't know what the wide receiver doing. Only thing you can do is go based off tendencies in the hip, the feet, and knowing a wide receiver route. So. But other than that, you don't know what's going on. That's why a cornerback is one of the hardest positions in football, period, because you don't know what play or what the wide receiver. They could be doing a 9 route, 7 route, 8 route. They could be doing a bang route, zag route. They could be doing a quick slant, and you got to be on top of that. So the times that he got beat versus the times that he put the seatbelt on is way better than what he did last year. And I feel like this year, along with Quinyon Mitchell on the other side, them two together, I feel like Quinyon Mitchell actually sparked something in Darius Slay. And that's why Darius Slay was supposed to either leave this year or go to another team. I feel like Darius Slay want to play one more year, just like how BG was, trying to play this year, and just like how Fletch did last year, and just like how Kelsey did last year. They found some young players that they confide in, or they brought in some young players that actually rejuvenated them and stuff like that. And that's why he like, y'all want to give it one more year, because I think Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, I want to give Cooper DeJean that credit too. I thought that, they actually sparked something back in Darius Slay.
Nah, yeah. I mean, I respectfully disagree just a little bit, because I do wait. I would say this. I agree with one little aspect of the comparison with him last season into this season. It is a better comparison of what he's doing this season than last season, but it's still not enough to me. Like, you got a rookie that coming in, Quinyon Mitchell, what they call him, Quinyon Mabay, whatever we want to call him. He come in as a rookie and locking people down way more better than you have. You as a captain, and you see the difference. I get you saying that he got more of, you feel like he got more of plays that he locked down than he had plays he get burnt. I kind of see more of a 50-50. I don't see that he had more to say. I kind of see that he have a 50-50 of, he got plays that he do well and he locked down and he was on it, but then he had another a half play that he get burnt on, and he gives up a lot of yardage. And then you'll see him smiling. You'll see him knowing like, oh, that's me, that's me. You will see him doing that, and I just feel like that shouldn't be like, him being a captain, he should have a year, if not like Quinyon Mitchell, the same, like close to. But I feel like this year it was on the corner thing. It was more of a Quinyon Mitchell year on corner than him.
Quinyon
Like
Mitchell,
what? Huh?
Quinyon Mitchell young, so of course.
I get that, and that's what I'm coming from. Like, I'm saying that he's slightly is a shell of himself of what he is, and it could be because of age wise or whatever. So I'm starting to see that in his game. So what I'm coming from is not to me as a 4-4 loss. Like, it's because of it could only probably get worse. It could only, like, you don't know, like, because of the of what the development is probably too late. Instead of him development, is probably degressing. Like who knows when it comes to Slay. And I just look like, I just like the part of these guys coming in, that's younger guys coming in and picking up more experience. And now they are putting more effort in the game because they trying to prove themselves and they trying to show something. Which Darius Slay been doing it so long, and maybe in his head he don't ain't nothing that he needs to prove or nothing that he needs to see. Like so, the effort in the game is probably not there. Like so
He
that's
only
that's just my
allowed
opinion.
he only allowed 32 receptions, bro. That is fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. He got 12 PBUs. That's a lot. He don't got no interceptions during the season, but he got two. He got one in the playoffs. He don't have no sacks. He got 5 missed tackles. Uh 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 Passer rating allowed is 78.3. Yards per reception allowed is only 11.6. That's phenomenal. So I'm
Okay.
like Quinyon Mitchell is younger than him, so he's going to bring it way more. Like Darius Slay, damn near on his last legs, and for him being on his last legs, he played phenomenal this year. Like I said, him giving up certain big plays or him touchdown, that's just part of being a cornerback. That's part of being the DB. Like you're not going to lock everything down. We all thought Quinyon Mitchell was going to locked everything down until he got scored on by Scary Terry in the second game. So it's going to happen. You know what I mean? But him only allowing 32 receptions. You got to think about it. It's 17 games. It's a lot of plays it's a lot of plays that's being played within the confines of just one game, and only allowing 32 receptions. That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Nah, I get that, but we all know, and a lot of people, and even into this, we all speaks about like a lot of times stats doesn't speak on watching the game itself. Because we just say that he had a more down year last season to this season, and that's how a lot of people felt. But his stats still speak like he did good last season. But people watched the game of himself and saw the comparison how he looked with James Brad. We knew James Bradbury looked at worse than him, but we also felt like Darius Slate wasn't too far from it, and it's because of we watched the game and saw on key moments where he didn't come in and he didn't instill the moments of key moments. A lot of the jobs that like we needed him to lock down, we need him to do his thing with, he didn't wasn't consistent as on those key moments and to stop. Him getting burnt on the wrong time, him getting losing track of his defender, his receiver at the wrong time. You have a lot of those that I see him do last season that he got a little better this season with, but it's still there. Okay, Stacks is only could speak on because of certain plays that was he probably locked down. Probably he probably I do see that on those the middle part aspect. A lot of the those type of things that I see that it was a more of a thing with him going towards last season because of who we have. But it was a lot of those plays of we was better. We did this season. We didn't give up big plays that much, but it was big plays that we did give up when it was key moments, and there was a lot of those big plays that were key moments. He he didn't sell it that I saw this season. Um, but they did get better of stopping things ahead of them ahead of time. There's a lot of those in routes and cut routes that I did see Slay be up on it, and he jumped and he get the ball and he jumped the route. He swat. I did saw that. That's what I'm comparing from last season this season. Well, I'm just talking about it been plays of not a then of key moments in time when we need somebody to step up as a captain, somebody to come in to make those type of plays. I see a lot of those that he had failed in this season, that. But the stats not gonna speak is because a lot of times quarterbacks wasn't throwing it downfield like that is because of we was Vic Fangio game plan was to stop that. But when they wanted to, like on like a third down conversion or whatever, and they had to throw the ball down, and we had to get them off the field. It been a lot of those plays that he slipped up on, and he allowed going into the outside cutting and stuff like that. That I saw that, I saw Queen Mitchell do way more better than he has.
Yeah, yeah, but we about to wrap this one up. But that's just
Yeah,
a part of playing cornerback. I mean, you're gonna slip. Like every game is not gonna be your A game. You know what I mean? You just gotta make sure that you just play your game, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, um, you know, playing cornerback is a very hard position, especially at his age. He's 34 years old, about to be 35. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, he probably yeah. He's 30. Yeah, he just turned 34. So him play like he played this year at a high clip. It's not like it's not like a Quinyon Mitchell where Quinyon Mitchell he got younger legs. You know what I mean? He could pretty much be a little bit more agile. He could shift this way, shift that way. You know what I mean? He could lock something down. I feel like if Darius Slay was the same age as Quinyon Mitchell, Darius Slay would
I
it,
agree. I
yeah.
agree.
I mean,
I
so
agree.
just for him playing this year. But he had a good year with Philly, you know what I mean? If he come back, cool. If he don't, cool. And just to wrap this up, Isaiah Rodgers, iffy, you know what I mean, 50-50, but I feel like we got a cool, cornerback room. We still got Khalid Ringo and stuff like that. So we'll see, you know what I mean? So far
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
been at developing certain talent. I don't
yeah,
know if we're good at developing talent at the cornerback position or the DB position, just period. But we still got Sidney Brown. You know, it's a couple people that could fill in and play DB. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles will be all right. The Rams will work with Cooper Kupp to find a trade partner this offseason. It's been reported that Cooper Kupp role has decreased as Puka Nacua has entered and became a Los Angeles Ram, and
Mhm.
Cooper Kupp became frustrated at times trying to figure out why the ball wasn't coming his way. So they're trying to find him a trade basically. Everybody knows that Cooper Kupp was the Triple Crown winner back in 2021. Since then he has been injured. He hasn't really been on the field like that, and your play will decrease and your work ethic. I'm not even gonna say your work ethic, but just when you played in that season in 2021, you took a toll on your body, and it's just like a running back. When they say, like, when you look at Ezekiel Elliott, or when you look at a running back like an Adrian Peterson who had a 2,000 plus yard running year, and then after that kind of went downhill, is because they had too many carries on their body. And for some running backs, when you got too many carries on your body, going into the next season, you're never the same after that because your workload was just too heavy during
Yeah.
the previous season. And being a triple crown winner is definitely hard to do. And after that, he's been injured. He hasn't really been healthy enough to stay on the field. And they got another wide receiver, another young prominent wide receiver in Puka Nacua. So, how do you feel about that, man? And where you feel like he can actually be productive at? Where you feel like he should actually land at?
Um, I feel like, man, he it's crazy that a lot of times these conversations happens because of, you know, a player that, because Cooper Kupp is still he's a phenomenal wide receiver, a player. And when you start to feel like you've been overshadowed, the ball not coming, things is not going your way like it used to do, it kind of mind blinded me that okay, now you feel like it's time for you to switch up or go somewhere else or whatever. And it's like, yo, it's like football is a team sport. You know, it's about you making a legacy. You making you. This is how I feel. It's about you making a legacy. Um, you making a stand about something like your name going down about what have you done, and basically what I'm coming from. Oh, excuse me, I always try to say this guy name right. Puka Nacua, if I'm saying it right. um, he is more a little bit more explosive than Cooper Kupp. And then I just felt like because he run routes just as well Cooper Kupp does. Um, he catch well just as much Cooper Kupp does, if not better. Um, I think the only thing is that led them two on separately is that the explosive and the speed wise of the separation that Puka Nakua could bring, because of, I feel like he's more of a faster receiver with his routes, the way he moved, the way he get downfield, you know, um and everybody know Cooper Cup is just more of a good route runner. Like Cooper Cup can run a route and he good with catching. He catching it in congested type of situations. And he could go up now and then he could go up for that ball too. But it just Puka Nakua is just different. Like, I feel like Cooper Cup should just play his game as what his game is. Sometimes your name be called for certain situations. And like, everybody still look at him, even though Puka Nakua coming in, everybody still look at Cooper Cup as a threat. It's not like nobody don't still look at you as nothing on the rims. You still that solidified receiver, that. And I get it. But a lot of times, this would be a reason why a lot of receivers' career could either go downhill because they gamble with this situation. Just like what happened with Devontae Adams. You know, like his career went other way because him gambling his decision of what to go because of how he felt about when him being on from coming from Green Bay and going to the Raiders and now with the Jets and everything. Now look at what's happening with him. You know, I mean, if to answer your question, how I just feel like he should be solidified on that rims. Like, he made his name. He's doing very good. He's probably not having a season like Puka Nakua, but he's still having a good season with the Rams. But if he had to go, um, I mean, who else would need him? Who like, more of not so much I would say need him because there's a lot of teams that would need him, but what team he would actually prevail in? I don't know. It's got to be a quarterback. Like he got to be on a team with a quarterback. And what team that's I guess a team that needs a receiver? Maybe I would hate to say this. Maybe the Chiefs. With Patrick Mahomes
Mhm.
or who else that gonna need a receiver that have a good
It's
solidified quarterback?
either one of
Uh,
the three teams. It's either for me. It's either Buffalo, either the
yeah,
Chiefs,
yeah, 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 yeah.
or you can go to the Chargers. You know what I mean?
But
Or
Herbert,
yeah, or hell, go to the Bengals. Either one of the 3 or 4 teams I just named. You know what I mean? I don't see him on no Giants. I don't see him on Oakland. I don't.
yeah, nah,
I don't. I definitely don't see him on no Chicago Bears. I don't see him on no Jets. You know what I mean? But hell, it ain't up to him. It's up to the ownership, and they will ship his ass where he don't want to be. You know what I mean? That's just how the dice fall when it comes to these organizations and these teams.
Jason, yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? The odds of Lamar Jackson winning MVP have swung his way. Definitely has swung his way. And I'm looking at the MVP chart right now. It is Lamar Jackson 51.2%, Josh Allen 48%. And for me, that's no surprise. Like you mentioned earlier about the eye test. When I see the eye test, listen, I got to give credit to Josh Allen. Josh Allen definitely, did
yeah,
his
yeah,
but Lamar Jackson was just on a whole different level this year. You know what I mean? And me looking at it during, with my eyes and doing the eye test, Lamar Jackson actually popped out just a little more on a little more on my screen. You know what I mean? He progressed as a passer.
yeah, yeah,
He's gotten smarter with the ball. It didn't translate to the postseason, but during the regular season, because that's what it is, it's a regular season award. During the regular season, I just feel like Lamar Jackson popped out a little more than Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Josh Allen had way less talent. He did more with way less talent, and you can't take no credit away from him. But if I had to choose though between the two, I'm definitely going Lamar Jackson for sure.
yeah. Nah, I'm right with you. I definitely go to Lamar Jackson just because of the stacks. Like we know we talking about just watching the game, but he got both. He got the stats and he got watching the game. Like, so both of them complementing each other. Like, the way he played, like is his he's not only he's not only a playmaker as with his legs. He showed that, when he needs to get that ball downfield, he could do it. You know, it's a lot of plays that we sit back and we just look and we go back and watch the tape over and we just be like, yo, how did he get that ball off? Like,
Mm.
you got like two defenders coming at and you just boom boom on board and you come up and you step up and then you just sling it and it's a touchdown right like in the spot that it needs to be. After you was about to get sacked, like your line gave in. You got two defenders, one come at you, you avoid him, then you come all the way around. You got another person, you avoid him, and then you come all the way around and you sling the ball and you get it in the end zone. Man, he was doing a lot of that this year. You
Mm.
know, he's totally different when he came in his first season of him just looking to run it and being explosive with just running the ball. Like, and he made his name for himself by doing that. But then, a lot of controversy. Oh, he just a running back, he can't pass. But now he's showing like, yo, listen, I could pass this ball, but if I'm a run it, I can still run it if I need to.
Yeah.
And having the legs to extend the play and still pass it, because you see a lot of running back stats. I say running backs. You see a lot of quarterback stats that could you use that's dual threats that could use their legs as a weapon. You see a lot of these running backs is when you got a defender in their face and they running and they avoiding the defender and they extending the plays. A lot of times they don't keep their eyes on downfield. They just take off and just run the ball, and which is cool too. You get those yardage, by doing it with your feet. That's cool too. But one thing that I saw that Lamar Jackson changed over these past seasons is even when he's extending the play and he's avoiding defenders, he's still looking to get that ball out of his hand and throwing it downfield. And he had made a lot of those passes this season. Better than any other quarterback that could move with their legs and extending plays. And yeah, I really like. So I would say yes because his stats is better and watching him play is better when it
Yeah.
comes to Josh Allen. And he's more viable player that I look at it.
Yeah. That's a fact. Yeah. Like I said, man, both of those two guys actually deserve to be the run up for the MVP. I feel like it should have been actually three. If you I feel like it should have been Saquon Barkley too. You know what I mean? I feel like he should have got a shot at being a run up for MVP. It's just the fact that
Yeah.
he's a running back and they do not
Yeah.
value the running back position. I feel like this year he put a mark and he made a statement on
Yeah.
the running back position. I feel like the running back position will be revamped. I feel like a lot of teams and a lot of watchers and a lot of viewers need to know that the value of a running back is so important. I mean, hell, look at the Baltimore Ravens with Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? Look at
Yeah.
Philadelphia with Saquon. Look at Detroit Lions with David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs. You know what I mean? Without those type of running backs, I don't think any team had. I'm not gonna say had playoffs hopes, but I don't think any team would have gotten this far with just regular running backs. You know what I mean?
Now, I mean, to be honest, how I feel, I'm gonna be real. I kind of feel like the list should have went Lamar Jackson 1, Saquon Barkley 2, and Josh Allen 3. I feel like Saquon Barkley had more of an impact than Josh Allen to me this season. Like, Josh Allen to me just looked like Josh Allen every season. Like, you know, um, that's just what Josh Allen do. Like a lot of times, Josh Allen he'll come in the clutch, and and you know how he play. He's a good quarterback, and he could come in the clutch at good timing. You know, but to do something different, to come in and do something different. Only two people that I saw that up there is Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley to me. Lamar Jackson this season was doing things different this season. And
Mhm.
Saquon Barkley came in doing things different than this season than running backs. And they the reason why the team excel in the way that they did. Not saying Josh Allen is not have not done that this season, but I just feel like Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley had did that with a little bit more than Josh Allen this season. So I feel like the list should have been Lamar Jackson 1, Saquon Barkley 2, Josh Allen 3. That's how I feel like the list should have been.
Yeah, facts. Commanders owner Josh Harris said that they will not be changing their name no more. You know, they went from the Redskins to the Washington football team to the Commanders. And
Yeah,
right now, they trying to find their identity right now. You know what I mean? I feel like they have found it with a young quarterback named Jayden Daniels. But
yeah,
as far as like, you know, being just the organization, you know what I mean? They trying to figure that out. I heard and this is true that they're trying to do some repairs on their jerseys. So they're trying to come up with like new jerseys and stuff like that. But they've been doing that for the last 4 years, coming out with different jerseys. And it's like, damn, dude, stick to one. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I guess they trying to change a lot because the last owner, and I don't know his name, but he screwed up the organization bad. And reports
Yeah,
this year that he hated the fact that the Washington Commanders had success this year. You know what I mean? Without him. And I feel like, yo, it's your fault because you played with it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty
yeah,
sure you had ample opportunity to get a lot done.
yeah,
Right now, the Commanders got $90 million in cap space. That's the most in the NFL, period. So they got a lot to play with. They could
yeah,
pick up whoever they want to pick up. They could pay whoever they want to pay. They can go off in free agency. And I feel like they definitely going to rebuild around Jayden Daniels, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? You got a young,
yeah,
promising quarterback that that you could definitely build around. It's just that you know, I feel like once they revamp their whole organization and change it all around and stuff like that, I think they'll be good. But I feel like they're trying to get their identity from under their old management and
yeah.
under the old organization. They're trying to get from under that and create a whole new different type of organization and regime and stuff like that.
Word. So let me ask you this: what on the Commander side, what you think on this offseason that they need to pick up? Like, you
Um,
know,
for the Commanders, definitely another wide receiver for sure. They need somebody to complement Scary Terry over there. They
hmm
need they need to get another running back because I feel like Austin Eckler is getting up there in age, and Brian
hmm
Robinson, he don't got that extra push. Brian Robinson is a very good complement number 2 running back, but I don't think that he's a number 1 running back. They need to which they got the money to get all of these pieces, but
yeah,
go get an offensive line or two. Go get, you know, you never could go wrong with getting extra offensive linemen.
yeah,
Period. I mean,
nothing go wrong. Yep.
look at the Philadelphia Eagles. We got backup on backup on backups, and they are coached by the best offensive line coach in the world, and Jeff Stoutland. So just take a page out of Philly book, and you know you could never go wrong with offensive linemen. On defense, they definitely need another cornerback. I don't know what they're going to do with Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah,
So DB, go get another safety. Go get somebody that can actually go get somebody that can actually penetrate the interior, or if you want, go get another defensive edge. But like I said, they got money to play with. They definitely got holes to
yeah,
fill.
yeah,
But they got promise. I don't know if Bobby Wagner is coming back, but if he don't come back, they need to fill that other linebacker position. But
yeah,
you know, on they got the right defensive coordinator for real. They just got to fill in a few pieces. So I just want to say a couple more things. Oh my gosh, my bad, y'all. This thing keep zooming in on me. How do I zoom it back out? Hold up.
you can't do no sign language like
Yeah,
with your hands and all that.
I don't know how to zoom it back out.
You got a model on. You gonna have to probably wait till. Oh, there you go. There you
There we
go.
go. All right, yeah, I figured it out. I ain't gonna do the whole finger thing no more. But one of the main 3 positions that they need to fill in my eyes, and I'm just gonna keep it short and simple, is wide receiver, one lineman, and one offensive lineman, and get a safety for real. Anything else you can go get a running back. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
could
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Nah, yeah, man. You said everything that how I was going for. So yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
For sure, for sure. To get back to the Super Bowl, man. Listen, we Philadelphia Eagles fans for real. Um, so of course that's who we rooting for. Not to say that the opposing team isn't going to play good. I just feel like, you know, every interview that I saw, I'm kind of getting this vibe, and I know it's a long way from home, from where they from, but I'm just kind of getting a different energy, coming from the team. Um, I feel like Jalen Hurts is taking it way more serious. Like I said, 2022 when he was on the podium for the NFC Championship, he was all happy, drunk, pretty much singing "Fly Eagles Fly," just smiling, you know what I mean, laughing. But this time around, he a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? Only thing he showed was a smile. You know what I mean? He not cracking up. He not laughing. He not buddy buddy.
Yeah,
And that's one thing with the team also. A lot of these young players, they had preached that the vets just told them, listen, no distractions, stay focused. You know what I mean? They pretty much tried to, tell them the ins and outs of going through media day and all of this stuff, but just try to remain focused. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do for this media day. Go back and remain focused. So I feel like we got a lot of good NFL vets that actually taught some of the rookies what to do and how to navigate and stuff like that. But just this time around, I feel like the energy is just different. You know what I mean? Different
it
feeling.
is. It is.
Um, and I'm gonna keep it brief. Going into the game, I feel like our game plan, we should just keep it simple, man. Listen, let's not switch up from what we was doing all year. Of course, you gotta adjust. Of course, you gotta adapt, and of course, you gotta make. You gotta have somewhat of a different game plan because you never played this team before, and you watch film. So when you watch
Yeah,
film, you make adjustments. But let's keep the main thing, and let's do what got us here. Not saying that we can't switch up, but let's keep the main thing the main thing. Defensively, you know what I mean? Make your adjustments, going through the whole, going through the whole practice, they had Brent Selleck come back and emulate or imitate Jason Kelsey. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So that's a good thing. You feel what I'm saying? I was watching that. They had Brent Selleck come back, so listen, we've been practicing since day one, right after the NFC Championship. We've been practicing installing and making installments and stuff like that. So, like I said, man, let's just do what got us here. You know what I mean? You don't really
facts,
need to
facts,
do anything. We don't really need to switch it up, nothing too crazy. Let's keep the main thing the main thing.
facts. Yo, we get that's all you gotta do. Like you said, like keep like with what got you there. Don't switch up because that's what got you there. What got you there because is 9 out of 10 is what's going to get you to take everything away. Like um, I saw a lot of different I speak about this guy. We already know how we feel about him, but I'm just going to speak on what he was talking about to the extent. Nick Wright was talking about the game, about what he believed of how it's going, what's going to happen. And he felt like, what our running game with Saquon Barkley, he felt like, he don't think that's going to happen. Just because of the Chief defense and everything else he was saying, he just felt like, one thing that I noticed through this playoffs that a lot of these analysts say, but then it's just at the end of the day doesn't matter. And they kept saying this. Yo, Hurts gonna have to throw that ball because they gonna stack the box and they gonna stop Saquon Barkley. The Hurts gonna have to do this. Hurts gonna have to do that because they gonna stack that box. Like they ain't gonna. They listen. I rather you win with Hurts. If you beat me with Hurts, then cool. But what I'm not gonna do is let you beat me with Saquon Barkley. Like they say that with the Green Bay Packers game.
Mm-hmm.
What we do? Saquon Barkley came and did his thing on that. Then they say the same thing with the Rams game. What we do? Saquon Barkley still did his thing with that. Then they can't say the same thing with the Commanders game. Oh, well, what I'm not gonna do is let you beat me with Hurts. I'm gonna let you beat me with Saquon Barkley. So if they gonna stack that box, I don't think Saquon Barkley's gonna have that game. We do. Saquon Barkley, two of them. Like is and now you kind of see certain analysts saying the same thing. Oh, what they gonna stack that box. What they gonna do is they gonna make Hurts throw, and what they not gonna do, they gonna let them, you can beat me with Hurts, but what I'm not gonna do is let you beat me with Saquon Barkley. They keep saying the same thing over and over, but at the end of the day, you're not stopping the run. Like why? Because our phenomenal offensive line and Saquon Barkley. Yes, I because certain people say this, and I agree. Yes, you could say that. Don't get me wrong. The offensive line is the high reason of his success. But at the same time, he also makes that offensive line look good too, because he do a lot of setup, and they mention it. Like his patience is what make open up those holes a little bit more better. Like when you hand that ball up, he'll go up and he'll make the linebacker think he's going this way, and then he'll cut over. But by the time he cut over, that linebacker or whoever that came down is getting blocked because he set that up. Now, because they came down this way, and then now it give our offensive lineman to block better in a certain angle, and then Saquon Barkley will cut over to the left. He'll go up, then he'll cut over to the left, and bam, he hits explosive run. So me saying this to end it off, so I could know to be brief. What I'm saying is that you know me in this game keep doing the same thing. Like don't listen to what they're saying. I already know that's what they're in their head, and I feel like keep that main thing the main thing. I identity was running. They could say, "Oh, they're gonna stack that box, but they not gonna do all this." Listen, they can't stop it. They've been trying to. They've been talking about stacking it. It's only been one, probably maybe two games that they kind of succeed with it, and we had to pass it, and you saw what we did. But overall, like, listen, keep that running game identity. If we have to run ourselves into a Super Bowl ring, then that's what we gonna do. Hurst, though, I feel like Hurst get it. Hurst ain't out there trying to do something that he feel like he don't need to do. So
Yeah,
continue that for one more game. Don't
yeah.
try to switch up. Oh, we gonna pass it on all. No, like switch, keep that same drive and identity that you had and mentality just for
Mhm.
one more game. Like
Word, man. Breaking news, man. Breaking news. Hip hop producer and hip hop. I want to say it correctly. Give me 1 second. Yeah, hip hop legendary producer Irv Gotti has passed away today. So
yeah, I just heard about that. Yup.
prayers and condolences to him and his family. Hopefully, 50 Cent don't. Him and 50 Cent had had a long thing going on as far as words exchange stuff like that. I just don't want 50 to be insensitive at this moment. You know what I mean? And for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
50 Cent and Ja Rule had everybody know the beef that 50 Cent and Ja Rule had and stuff like that. And that's me. And it's just rice and corn.
Man, always getting a plate delivered to him. Like
Thanks. Yeah, so 50 Cent and Irv Gotti, that beef or that stint been going on for a long time, and along with Ja Rule, you know what I mean? Ja Rule and Irv Gotti, they came up under not came up, but Ja Rule was with Irv Gotti with the whole Murder Inc. stuff, with Ashanti and all of that. But
yeah,
yeah, man, just prayers up. My condolences to the family, man. This probably gonna hurt the hip hop community because not only was he a great producer, but he was just a smart mind. You know what I mean? He was definitely a smart mind. He came out with something a couple years ago, um, basically taking, I forgot what it's called, but I don't know the title of it. But he was taking old music verses and um making like some type of, I don't want to say script, I don't want to say movie. He had a show and he was taking old music verses and he was making damn, it's not a movie. What you call like different scenes of the verse. So let's just say you heard a Biggie verse and then he'd take that verse and make a whole show about it. You know what I mean? A whole episode
yeah.
dedicated to the verse. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So whatever the verse consists of or whatever the verse pertain, he'll take that and he'll make a episode about it. So
Yeah,
just,
yeah, like a snippet or something like that.
yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
man, rest in peace to him. My condolences to him and prayers up. You know, and my heart goes out to him and his loved ones and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
facts, facts, facts.
That's that, man. And other news, man. Justin Tucker with these allegations, man. He was on some Deshaun Watson type stuff. You know what I mean? It was a couple of massage therapists that came out saying that, you know, he pretty much was ejaculating on a table and, you know, doing all this extra aggressive stuff and things like that, man. You know, it's unfortunate. I feel like this, man. When you got money, man, and you up for real, I feel like you don't need to do all of that, bro. Like listen, don't 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 knock me for saying this, but bro, you can pay for sex workers for real. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you can pay for stuff like that. If it was that serious, then go pay for some. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, facts.
they got people that they got females, and I don't want to sound insensitive to females, but they got people that take that profession serious, and you can pay for that. Like
Yeah,
why go to a massage parlor, especially when it's not that type of massage parlor? They got massage parlors that does that stuff.
yep,
Okay?
yep.
Why go to these type of massage parlors and do anything extra? And it's just like, come on, bro. Like you're messing up your legacy. You're messing up your career. You already one of, if not the greatest kicker that ever kicked the ball. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
To go and mess up your legacy like this, man, is to me, it's just wild, bro. It's just wild. I feel like you shouldn't even put yourself in that position. Like I said, if you were that desperate, then you know they have sex workers, bro, or in fact they have places that condone that, and they have places that do stuff like that. As far as you know, happy endings. You know what I mean? They got
yeah.
places that do that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just crazy, man. Like this, just to let you know that a lot of people are really weird. People that you don't think that is weird is really weird.
Nah, and that's just facts. But I also look at it. I look at it in this sense, like which where he that is wrong, no matter which way you look at it. But I also look at it in this sense. A lot of times, I feel like not saying you, not saying we, because I know we don't look at it this way. I'm gonna say it in like in genuinely like I feel like a lot of people they look at celebrities as a different type of human. And what I mean is they look at them like oh they exempt from a lot of stuff that you see of won't say poor, just normal people that live in this world go through or what do they do. Um Basically what I'm saying is a lot of celebrity and rich people have mental issues too. They be mentally they go through mentally type stuff that they minds ain't wrapped too tight. Just because they got money doesn't mean that their mind is wrapped too tight. And I feel like
That's a fact.
um you get people that's not rich that does this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That go to these parlors, they might get kicked out, they get banned from it. These stuff happen daily all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because people minds is just they really mentally something is going in their head that's not clicking to make them to actually understand the consequences, to understand like yo like it's not worth it, like just a lot of stuff that a person that's saying, a person that have self-control will recognize, and people with that's have money and that celebrities, they're not exempt from that. Only they so a lot of times that we hear this a lot, is a lot of times the money be the reason why they give them the opportunity to do it. Sometimes the money helps them do it. you see a lot of these situations with a lot of these NFL players that was serial killers, that was killers. You like, the no with the what's his name? If I'm saying his name, Hernandez,
Aaron
uh
Hernandez.
Heron Hernandez, that situation. And you know, the money just like, even with Shannon Sharp at that time when he spoke about it, the money you sometimes could bring out, if you don't allow the money to do something good for you, you can allow that to bring out something negative out of you. Now you got money, so now it makes it more easier for you to do the things you want, the bad things and the negative things that you've been wanting to do when you didn't have money. Instead of you allowing the money to help you get away from that, you allow the money to make you do the things that you should be away from. And sometimes these celebrities go through those decisions, that's those mentally type decisions. And to me, I feel like that could be a possibly or what's going on with Justin Tucker. Like, if with these, if the allegation is exactly what it is, then I feel like, yo, that's like, who knows, like, it's wrong, no excuse. But yo, he must have a mentally issue, or something must not be clicking right in his head for him to actually, like you say, bro, you got money. It gotta be something. If the allegation is really real, what it is, then it have to be something mentally problem. Because, like I said, no excuse. But at the same time, like, you got money, bro. Like,
But you
you
want to
got
know,
money, bro. You don't have to do that. Like, why? Like,
you want to know what though? And
yeah,
I'm gonna end it off like this: is that
yeah,
a lot of times we can't blame stuff on mental issues, though. A lot of times we
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
blame stuff on, yo. That's just how that's just how some people operate. My bad, I had a corn in my throat.
No, you good.
Yeah, but that's just how some people operate, though. Like you got
Facts,
you
facts.
got normal people doing what we deem to be weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What we deem to be
yeah,
off, and it don't even, So I don't. Sometimes people use the mental issues or mental health as a crutch or an excuse. You know what I
yeah.
mean? When reality, that's just who they are for real. It ain't got nothing to do with them being mental. That's just them on a regular, you know what I mean, on some regular stuff. So it can, God damn, it can be that. It can be some mental stuff, but I
No,
don't want
but
to rule out the possibility of it just being
yeah,
him.
I would say that it's when I say mentally, let me clear this up, like, because I get exactly what you made, a great point. Um, when I mean mentally, because it's different type of forms of mentally type issues, like mentally, like, you got the health type mentally issue with the main focus and the main thing you hear people talking about in the health wise. This person got CT, whatever we call that, that they forgot what they call it, CT or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or other type of mentally type things that allow people to behave, that change people behavior and everything. So you got those type of issues and those type of medical type situations. But when I say also a mentally issue, what I'm saying is you have an issue with, like example, if somebody have an issue with comprehending, that's mentally still mental. Comprehension is something mental. Like, yo, man, this nigga, he's, oh my God, yo, she don't comprehend well, like, for nothing. It's still a mental thing. It's an issue that she needs to develop in comprehension or whatever. So what I'm saying, a mentally issue is a mentally part of him thinking straight. Like, where is his head at? Like, where's he's going to? He's mentally, he can't be in a stable, right, not like a health rise. Because that's why I say, because if it's a health wise, then you can't blame them. But I'm not saying it's health wise because I don't know. I'm not telling you, because like you say, they always want to go that route. What I'm talking about on another state, what I'm talking about a mentally issue is, like, what is your head at, dog, to actually making this type choices? Like,
Mhm.
what is you thinking? Like, what is your mindset? Like, you mentally have to be You mentally have to be real low to the point of why would you choose something like that? Now I get it that sometimes people that's where they are, but that's the point of they are because of what is their mindset. You talk about people like that, how you could just sit there and murder somebody and kill them. It's wrong, but mentally, what is your mind at? You can sit there over a body and just shoot somebody for no reason. You gotta be mentally out of this world to think something like that. You might not have a mental health issues, but at the same time, you insane somewhere in your head to feel this way. So what I'm saying is mentally in that type of era with Justin Tucker, if this allegation is real, then mentally where you at, bro? Like because how can you choose how can you why is you moving that way? Like you say, you have money, you have all this. Why is you putting yourself in these predicament? Why is you messing your whole life up in that way? Maybe that's the reason why his kicking game this season is very off, because what is his mindset is that.
Yeah,
So that's what I meant when I say mentally issues.
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, man. So we're here, and we'll see some further updates on what's going on with Justin Tucker, man. And
Yeah,
we don't know if it's true or not. It's just allegations, but these women definitely had came out. And, we just got to hear everybody's side of the story, you know what I mean? Before
yeah,
we
yeah.
go thought and everything like that, But listen, man, it's coming up on an hour. It's already past the hour already. And we already made the hour mark. So listen, man, I want to thank y'all. I want to appreciate y'all for viewing this, whether religiously or in past. I don't want to appreciate y'all for viewing this, whether rather now or later. Like I said, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon page, man. Become a member to the Patreon. Go on patreon.com, type in Dolo Solo 103 TV. Become a member, man. Also, if you would like to donate, man, donate to the Cash App. Now, man, hit that Cash App. Donate there. Wait, let me go get the QR code for y'all. Bada bing, bada boom, ba bam.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Scan that QR code, man. You know what I mean? If you would like to donate to the Cash App, man, I would highly, highly appreciate that. Also, man, BetUS is our new partners, or we are new partners, or we are members with BetUS, man. So that's coming very soon. Stay tuned in for that. The BetUS link will actually be in the description, along with every other link that I just named, including with my clothing brand, man. Hypewave91.com, man. Go check that out, man. Clothes made for comfort. So all the link, all the merch, everything will be in the link in the description. Y'all go check that out, man. This was a great show, wonderful show. You know what I mean? We spoke on a lot of quick hits. You know what I mean? Super Bowl is Sunday, and listen, I will continue to drop videos all the way until Super Bowl. Hell, I might even have a watch party. So
Yeah.
man. So we listen, definitely tune into the channel. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to all my Philly fans. Shout out to all my NFL fans and football fans first and foremost. And you already know, man, it's your boy, Rel, man. That's Young Jers, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Unsportsmanlike Talk Show. You already.
Bird gang.